Hello and welcome to D&D with High School Students Season 4. I am here with the Vixens, and let's do a recap, shall we?
Yes, sir.
So as you might recall, you came upon a strange hill, and as you saw to investigate around that hill, you uncovered dirt away from it. You discovered that this was a structure of some kind. And upon further investigation and figuring out this marker that was on the hill, you feel like this was some kind of a tomb. And does anybody have notes on who the person was that was entombed? No?
It was an old elf duke, but they don't use the term duke anymore, so you know it's really old.
So yes, good. And you know it's really old. So the interesting thing about this is that as you dug further, you found an entrance to the tomb and excavated it and beat it up until it opened up. Mm-hmm. And then you crawled inside, and there was a smooth ramp going up to the top and a smooth ramp going down to the bottom. And then you guys kind of explored further, remembering this now? And then when you got to the top,
I stayed outside.
there was like yes, you were guarding outside.
Yeah, and then we split up. Me
yes.
and Beth
Yeah.
went up. You and Abby went. Or I'm sorry.
You guys went down.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you saw at the bottom and the top were these stone slab doors with no apparent keyholes or locks or anything, any way to open them, but there was a symbol on the doors. Mm-hmm. And then somebody had the idea to put their hand on the symbol, and then when they did that, the other symbol lit up, and then the other person put their hand on it, and at that time, when both hands were upon the two symbols at the top and bottom, the doors opened, and that is where we left off.
Whoa.
So, whoa indeed. So,
Whoa.
the people who were at the top, was that you and Abby?
Weren't we at the bottom?
No, I was at the top with.
So yeah.
You were at the top. with Abby.
We were at
Yeah.
the top.
And-
No, I was with Abby. Me and Abby were at the bottom.
Yeah,
Beth
you
and
were
I
at the top.
Okay, so you guys, the top opens up. And by the way, even though you're like standing at the door guarding, you hear this grinding rock noise coming from within the tomb. It's loud enough where like you could hear it.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you that, and then you can decide what you're going to do.
Okay.
It's coming from up and down. You like peek in and you hear this,
Okay.
and then it stops.
Can I scream inside and be like, hey,
Yeah,
does anybody hear me?
yeah.
Okay.
You guys hear Sorshe go, hey!
Do you
What's
guys-
up?
Do you guys respond?
Hey, come in here. We found something.
Which way do I go, up or down?
Come up. Come to
You
me.
hear their voices.
Yeah,
Yes.
follow our voice. Just come up the stairs.
Okay, I go up the ramp.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you see,
And I,
you
wait,
go
I
up this
can't, I
ramp.
can't because it's tiny. Remember, it's a tiny little thing.
You
It's-
crawl.
I can't. I'm so big. There's no way I would fit.
You
keep
crawl.
going
You
over
can
it.
crawl. So when you get
He's
to the
saying
top,
you can
you
crawl.
see the two of them, and there's like an opening.
Okay.
We go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about a 10-foot. Let me think about this. It's very small. So it's about a 10-foot square room. It's tiny, and in the middle of the room. So pretend that this is like up here. Okay. So you guys are in the middle of the room, and you see this coffin. It's a coffin. And it's not just like a wood coffin, it's like a sarcophagus. I'm done. All right, so you see that there's this like stone sarcophagus. And you notice that all around the sides, there's like a frieze that goes all the way around, and there's little pictograms, little like pictures, symbolic pictures.
Does that
Okay.
imply mummies?
There are faces, there are little figures, like almost like stick figures, there's symbols.
Do they tell a story?
What are you thinking, Beth?
You-
What do you
they
think we
might.
should- You're with us, right? Sorshe, what do you think we should do?
Can we?
Can I roll?
You can examine them.
Yeah.
You can kind of look
Can I
around.
investigate it?
Yes.
Would that be a perception check?
It would be an investigation check.
18 plus 3.
Now, if you wanted to specifically kind of investigate it with a specific frame of mind, you could choose Arcana, you could choose
Can I-
History.
Oh,
All right, so your investigation check is going to show something. What was the total?
21.
21. All right, I'll get to you in a second. What are you doing? What
Well,
are you doing?
I
Amanda?
mean, I'm with them, so
Yes.
I'm looking, I'm seeing what's happening. I want to open it. I really want to open it.
Okay, roll investigation as well then. So basically, you're looking more at like, how is this thing opened? Are there hinges?
Yeah.
Is there a key?
I have 10.
Okay. You see a lot of intricate details in addition to the pictograms. There are little notches that go around each side.
Does it look familiar to the other symbols that we saw? Or is it different? Like we can notice it?
There are a few symbols that are familiar and that kind of match. I'll get to you in a second. What are you rolling?
Perception.
Investigation. You can roll perception. I'll tell you what your physical senses smell like and see like and hear like.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll.
9.
Okay, you're like, this is a dank and dusty room that hasn't been opened in a really long time, and it smells like old, earthy.
Do I smell a dead
tomb.
body?
No. It doesn't smell like rotting body. It just smells like old
Well,
air
if
that
it-
hasn't been.
Yeah, it's decomposed.
If
by
a
now.
body was old enough, you wouldn't smell it anymore, right?
Yeah.
Possibly. You had a very high investigation check. Mantra. As you're looking around, you're looking at these pictograms, you're seeing all these notches. You notice one notch on the far end that looks like a different shape than all the other notches. And it's like one of those things where like if you were at a fast glance, you wouldn't have noticed that this was any different. But you like kind of approach it from a different angle, and it looks like maybe it's some kind of a keyhole, but the keyhole shape is like, it's like a pyramid instead of being like a rectangle for a key or a circle. It's like a triangular shape.
Wait, is it a button?
No, it's like a hole, like all these other notches are all very similar, like little, like an arrowhead kind of notch, but this one's like kind of different in shape, and it's
So something belongs in there.
something like you look in there and it's like
Yeah.
it goes in there, but you can't really see through it. But it looks like maybe it's something is supposed to.
Can I like touch and feel on the inside if it feels like it's supposed to like push a little?
Well, you could. Do you point out what you found?
Yes.
Okay. So she points out this thing to you, and immediately you're like, oh, this could be a keyhole. And you have proficiency in thieves' tools. You can pick locks. Do you want to make a proficiency check to examine it with your thieves' tools and check it out?
Yes, I
Okay.
would love to do that.
So go ahead and roll, and you're going to add your proficiency bonus.
15.
Now, on the bottom left of your page where it says proficiencies in thieves' tools and languages down there, do you have an EX written next to it? So you have expertise. So you actually add double your proficiency bonus. So what was the die roll?
It'll be 26 because it was 13.
No, you don't double the total number.
Oh.
So what did
just
you-
the proficiency?
Yes.
So it would be 6 plus 12.
Okay, so you like examine this and you take some of your different tools out and you're like picking around, and then you're like, no, that doesn't work. And you go back in and you test out some other ones, and you realize that this is actually a very complex lock. And that there's something not only about the shape of whatever key is supposed to open this up, but it's supposed to weigh something. Because while you're picking around and kind of poking in there to scope it out, you see that there's a part on the bottom of it, of like the keyhole area, where it actually has to weigh, it has to press
Specific.
down and depress this little lever.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yes.
So, like, I heard it coming from both sides, right? The
Yeah.
sound. So, can I recommend that we go and see what the other door opened?
Do you go do that while she's doing this?
Yeah,
Yes.
because I say I want
Because her process takes like 2 minutes. Like
Okay.
she's deep in this, and she's like analyzing it and like testing out different lock picks. And so basically, because you rolled really well, you've determined more information about this key. Like whatever it is, it must be some kind of a triangular shape, and it also has to be a certain weight. And now you kind of know what you're looking for. And you can like describe that to them so that they know.
Is there anything outstanding that we saw on like the casket that could possibly like come
You
out?
could you
that
could
belongs in it?
oh, in the room?
Yeah, like
Check the whole room. So you did not, like when you made your investigation check, like there's really nothing else
clean,
in the
yeah.
room. There's no, like there's nothing painted on the walls,
Yeah.
there's nothing carved into the walls. It's a very empty, like
a crawl space.
it's like a
kinda.
box, like a stone box.
Wait, where were the pictures?
But what about the frieze?
On like
The
tomb.
frieze was like a band that goes around the sarcophagus, and that was all
Oh.
carved into the
So the
sarcophagus.
sarcophagus is the only thing with like runes in it.
Yeah, so like the room that you're in, that sarcophagus is the only thing with all this stuff.
Am I still separated from them?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down to you.
Meta moment, time out. All right, so you and Abby, that stone opened up, and you guys saw a small set of stairs going down leading into a hallway that goes off to the distance.
I'm walking through the hallway.
You are?
Yep.
Wait, didn't they do the rat thing? And there was
We
like
did, but
traps?
then we went down there.
Didn't both doors open?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's
That's what she's
in.
going
So
through.
It's not the same door though. So I'm walking down the hallway.
Okay. The hallway, the short hallway ends in a door. And the door it's basically like two pillars built into the wall. And it's another stone door. But this stone door actually has like an iron ring that you can use to pull it open. And there's hinges on it.
I'm gonna pull the door open. I'm gonna try to.
Okay. You do. You're like, and as you're about to open it, Tetra's like, maybe we should go get the others. Or should we just do this ourselves?
Should we do this ourselves?
Okay.
We're already here.
Right.
I don't want to waste time.
So you pull the door open. It's not really quiet.
It's like,
It's like old, and it's like, and like the hinges are like, but you got it open.
Oh.
And it opens up into a very large room.
Oh.
Just
Quite
gonna
the
move you
opposite,
guys
eh?
over there.
Oh hi.
Columns?
There are columns again with
Walls.
another doorway that goes over there. But this room is decorated with a bunch of like ceremonial objects. There's like little statuettes throughout the room, scattered around the room. There's like sets of helmets and armor, like almost like a display case, like a museum, right? Like on stands, there's like armor and helmets and stuff, and weapons like suspended next to those.
roll a history check.
You can.
14.
You feel like the style of the armor and the weapons is very old. And despite the fact that like they're very old, they're still in pretty good shape. And the room doesn't seem to have a lot of like moisture in it, so there's not like a lot of rust on the weapons, but they are covered, like everything's covered like in a layer of dust.
Very old. Very, very old.
Yeah, like the weapons and armor are all like older kind of plate mail armors and weapons and swords. That's what you notice. And then, like I said, across from you is another double door.
Can I walk around? I'm going to walk around and inspect the room a little bit. I want to
Okay.
see all these artifacts.
Roll investigation. I'll have you roll investigation for Abby,
15.
which is not her strongest suit.
11.
Okay, 11. 15?
Not her strongest.
You notice that as you investigate,
What did you say? No.
there are 8 sets of armor and weapons.
8.
Mhm.
Specific.
Yeah, there's like 4 on each wall, 4 like niches in the wall with these wooden stands that the armor suits are set up on, and like in each niche is also like the sword, and, like the helmet and stuff. So there's 4 on each side, like a museum basically, like in the room. And then across from you is another door.
I want to go in that door. I walk towards the door.
Okay. Right about that time, Reagan, you go downstairs and you see that there's another door open, and you notice that like it's pretty clear to you as a ranger that like they've gone through. Like you could see their footprints in the dust on the floor. So you're pretty sure that Woe and Tetra have gone in there.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm gonna do a, what would I do, what would happen if I did a survival check? Would that just be me like seeing like what are the odds of like them being okay? Or no? Like,
Not so much.
that everything's like safe in the area?
Follow our
You-
footprints.
You could do like a perception check to see if you sense anything that's unsafe, but
Okay.
like survival wouldn't apply here.
Okay. I just wanna make sure that like everything's fine. Then I'll just follow, and then I'll do a,
Okay, Woe, make a perception check.
21.
You hear someone coming up behind you guys.
Tetra.
Yeah.
Tetra.
You turn and see Sorshe.
Tetra.
She looks and she's like, it's Sorshe.
Why is she following us?
So Tetra's like, we're over here in this room.
Come here.
Okay, so then I go down into the room, and I say, upstairs there is a sarcophagus with a lot of like carvings on it,
Uh-huh.
and right now, what's your name?
I'm gonna make this the upstairs.
Yeah.
Sina.
And Sina is trying to unlock
Ooh.
the lock.
What does the keyhole look like?
It's a triangle that's a hole,
Ooh.
and
Okay.
but I don't know anything else about it because she's currently unlocking it right now.
Okay. We
Try to.
found all. Was it really old and dusty?
The room was relatively clean. It didn't look like it had been opened ever.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna.
What does Tetra say about this?
Like, actually,
What would she say?
Tetra's not there.
what would she say?
But-
Tetra would say, maybe we should look for that here.
Yeah,
For the key?
I think so too. I saw some.
Tetra's like,
Pieces.
maybe we should go get them, and we should all go together, because splitting up could be very dangerous and we could die. That's what she actually says.
Okay, and then wait, but I don't know if she's like unlocked it or not, like because I'm not there.
Well,
She's
when
like,
you
maybe we should go check.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Tetra runs off this time.
Okay.
So now it's you and Woe.
Okay.
Tetra runs upstairs. Dee. So do you show her the door that you found
Yeah,
between
look
the
at
columns?
this. Look at this weird door that we found. It's
Can
So
I-
there's
old.
another big stone door, and this also has a metal ring on it to pull it open.
Can I do like an investigation check though for the key in the
Yes,
room?
you can.
Okay.
Go ahead. A
Natural
nat 20.
for looking for the key in the room.
You spend a minute or two looking for the key, and you check like every suit of armor and every helmet just to see if it's like hidden inside. And you check in and around the room and between the niches and behind the helmets and near the swords. And at no time do you find
The key.
the key.
Do I find anything else interesting?
Yes,
What do I find?
you do. You actually find another symbol that you haven't seen before. That was not something that you saw.
Can I do a history check?
Sure.
Natural 20.
Who are you? All right. This is not something. Here's what your history check reveals. This is not a symbol that's something you've ever seen or even heard of.
It's nowhere
It-
else in the building?
No, not even the building. I'm talking about like in all of history on your continent from any culture.
Okay. But this is the only symbol in the building that looks like this.
Yes.
where is it?
It's basically like, so see those columns? There's like an arch above the door, and it's actually in the arch above the door.
And it's the only symbol there?
Yep.
Okay, what do you think we should do?
I kind of want to investigate further. Is there another door to go through?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a door.
That other door.
Yeah.
All right.
I open the door. I pull on the ring.
Okay.
It opens.
You can't. You pull. You pull as hard as you can.
You used up all your
You just feel like you're not strong enough.
Abby, can Abby do the magic that she did last time?
You know who is strong though? Sorshe.
Sorshe, open the
Okay.
door. Can you try to
Do
open
you want
this
to try to
door?
pull on the ring?
Yeah, I'll try. So, I need to do an athletics check?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Time to bust out that athletics, buddy.
So, 6 plus 8,
14.
14.
You try with all your might.
And
Do you guys
I'll
want to help each other try?
Yeah.
Okay, so Woe is going to help you try. So now you get to roll again with advantage. That means you roll 2 of those d20s and take the higher of the 2.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Tetra runs up and she's like, guys, we found a big room downstairs and there's like armor and swords and then there's like another door with symbols above it. We don't know what it is.
And I'm still working on the lock.
You're done working on the lock.
Oh,
You
done.
can't open
I
it.
can't get it open.
No matter, and you're like, it's not my fault. Like, I literally can't open it without this key.
So we're gonna go back down together. Hey, okay, mantra. Let's go back down. Let's go examine again. Let's see if I can help you guys get that door open.
Let's go see if we can find anything that'll help us unlock this.
Okay. Tetra leads you guys back down there. And within a few moments, you guys come down and you see Sorshe and Woe pulling like as hard as they can. Like Woe literally has her feet on the wall and like her feet and she's like, and like Sorshe's like, and they're pulling on this big metal ring to open the door and they can't get it
Can we
open.
try pushing?
Yes. No, that would be funny. What's up, dummies? No, but you try both and you're like, this won't open. And there's no keyhole. There's no keyhole.
Can me and Sina use our thieves' tools?
There's no keyhole.
I know, but
Yeah, sure. You can examine it all you want. Anybody can roll and investigate it. Sorshe, are you going to explain what you found in your D20 Nat 20 investigation? Remember?
I got a 19. Just
Yeah, so you notice there's like a symbol
Yeah.
up above the door.
Yeah, there's a symbol.
And
There's
it's very
there's
weird.
No
You've
key in
never
here
seen
either.
it
I got a
before.
20.
Oh yeah?
I want to just give it a little rub.
You're gonna touch it? I lift you up on my shoulders.
Okay.
So
I
you
mean,
can
I'm
touch it.
pretty tall.
You
aren't
feel
I?
like there's something special about this symbol.
How tall are you?
Like it's more than just a
I think I have it
carving
written down,
in
but I
stone.
don't-
Like it's supposed to
6 foot.
do something.
I don't know. Isn't this door like 20 feet tall or something?
Can I go? Who's
How
the
tall
tallest?
are you?
Who's the tallest? Who's the
I'm
tallest?
pretty tall, right?
Yeah, you can
I-
reach it.
What's your name again?
Mantra.
Mantra, can I try to go up on your shoulders and put my hand on the
I just
thing?
go right over and hit it.
So when you reach up and touch the symbol, nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay, I say that I go back up to. Wait, no, I don't know this technically. I can't do that. Never mind.
What?
I want to go up to where we entered the sarcophagus room and see if there's a symbol I could touch over there that would then like do like the dual touching thing again. But I wouldn't know that that even happened in the first place, technically.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
that's
outside.
true. Meta.
I'll let you make an arcane check.
Can I also?
Yes.
20.
It occurs to you that maybe this symbol does match something.
Is it like triangular?
Is it the
It's-
symbol on the tomb from outside? Like the thing from outside?
It's not triangular, but it might match one of the symbols on the sarcophagus. And remembering how you guys were able to open the original sets of doors, it occurs to you that maybe that's a thing that you could do.
I thought.
Sorshe, you should go up there and check.
Guys, so remember how the glowy? with both
Yes,
our
we just
hands.
did that. That was crazy. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Yeah.
crazy. How about one of us goes upstairs and touches the symbol? The same symbol is on
Okay.
the sarcophagus.
But didn't
Okay.
I just do like a history check and I didn't see that they were?
It was
I thought
history, not like
I thought it was the only one I saw in the whole building.
you.
That's not
Yeah, but
perception
you
though.
haven't
That's just
seen,
yeah.
you didn't examine
The
the sarcophagus
sarcophagus.
room, the frieze, when they did.
Oh, okay.
Use perception. Right?
Had you done that, you might have seen this symbol. So
I'm
who's gonna
run
go
there.
up to
I'm
do
gonna
it?
go run up there and
You
I'm gonna go
wanna do-
touch it. Do I remember which one it is? then?
Well,
Or
you
do
look
I-
at this one and
Because
you're
I-
like, all right, this is the.
Oh wait, should Tetra do
and
it?
then, yeah, Tetra's like, I'll do it.
Okay.
And so she looks and she runs upstairs.
I'm
And
just
like,
gonna keep my hand
after a
down.
minute, you see the symbol above the door glowing.
Whoa. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I put my hand on it again.
Okay, you put your hand on it, and this time you hear like from the door.
But it doesn't open.
It doesn't open by itself.
But
We push it.
yeah,
And then do we start? I start pulling on the thing.
You pull it, and it opens.
Nice.
It seems like whatever had it locked is now unlocked. And when it opens, it reveals a path. And the path continues this way.
Is it a hallway?
It is. It's a hallway. And it breaks off into
It's a
two directions.
directions.
And there's a door here and a door there. Door and a door.
Can I roll investigation on one of the doors?
Yes. Now, here, I'll describe to you the doors. The door up on your left. The door up on your left is very similar. It's got like the stone door. It's got the ring to pull it open. It doesn't have any symbols near it. And the door on the right is also a stone door. It's got the ring to open it, and it doesn't have any symbols near it. But on the wall, like where the T intersection ends, there's actually like a mural. And remarkably, because there is no moisture or exposure to the sun, the mural, like the paint, the pigments on the stone, is actually very well intact.
Ooh.
So what do we see?
So what
it's
you
fresh.
see, yeah, it's not fresh.
But it's just
not
well-
It's very
old as
old.
everything else.
It's very old.
It's
just been
But it
preserved,
just-
yeah.
Like it's got a coat of dust over it, but it's intact. Like it hasn't been worn away through time, through erosion of water, or through exposure to the sun. So the
So it hasn't
pigments,
been opened.
yeah. So this mural that you see, as you guys like kind of approach, you're looking at the mural, and you see that like, and then everybody comes back there. You see this mural, and it's like about a 10-foot wide mural, and it depicts what looks like a great battle. And there's like a mountain with a huge like tower and castle, and then there's like armies coming down the mountain, and they're fighting and converging with armies that are on the land. And just past the mountain, you see like there's like an ocean. And you see this like depiction of a battle.
Can I do
Who made
it?
investigation checks?
I did.
I did arcane.
Okay. Make an investigation check, or arcana or history, whatever you're best in. And I will tell you the
They're all
result of
same,
your
But I'm just
thing.
gonna do arcane again. 9.
12 and history.
10.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
But wait,
So-
wait, is perception something I could do?
Not really for this.
Okay.
You're trying to kind of like analyze the mural.
Okay.
All right, so from a history perspective, you guys, you're not really sure if this sticks out in your mind as being anything significant in history. So like, Manda, you're like, it just kind of looks like a battle. Like, I don't really know. It's not, there's no words on it to label like, oh, the Battle of 1066. Like, there's no context. It just looks like a mural of some great battle with like two armies and a castle in the mountains.
Does the
and an
armor
ocean.
look the same?
Yes. You know what? In fact, you gain an inspiration point. You know what that is? You just put you write a number 1 next to inspiration. And inspiration is something that you can use to help you out on a roll. And it gives you the opportunity to make that roll better.
Fun.
You do in fact notice that the soldiers that are on the ground level, that are fighting, are wearing armor and have weapons similar to what you saw in the hallway gallery
Are
as
they?
you pass through.
What other
there.
species?
They look humanoid, humanish, but you're not sure because they're all wearing helmets and armor. But they look more like they don't look like orcs.
And they're not.
They don't look like
Fae.
halflings or gnomes or tieflings or dragonborn. They look humanish,
So
but
they-
you're not sure if they're humans, elves, half elves.
Can I roll a history check on like their outfits to see like from what time period?
You can.
Hey guys, do you think we're on the mountain or inside of the hill mountain that they're fighting on?
22.
That could be a possibility.
That.
All right, based on your specific knowledge, like of military training and knights, you haven't seen people wearing this particular style of armor around anywhere that you've lived or even traveled.
Does
like,
it look
this doesn't-
like foreign or old?
It looks old,
Okay.
like an older style. Maybe foreign, but definitely not something that you've seen, like in.
It's not like our dad was in it or something.
Right.
Can I roll history on us potentially being inside of the mountain that they're fighting on?
You could.
14.
You don't think that where you are is as big as what you see in that mural. Like the tower and the castle that's on that mountain in that mural looks massive.
Oh, so we
Like
Like the
Erosion.
size
in
of
a
a
castle.
city.
Erosion, though.
But you feel like you're definitely in a tomb.
Mm-hmm.
This is all man-made. Like it's not, a natural cave.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
you're in a tomb.
So this is probably the guy's like greatest moment in his life. Like he probably won this battle, or this is the battle that killed them. One of the two.
The guy in the tomb?
Yeah.
So since it's a duke's tomb, it was probably his army then, right? Because he would lead. Dukes lead armies, right?
Or could it be his castle and he's defending from the humans? And then these like armor or like the people he killed, like he took them as like trophies. Like it's not his people's army, it's like the trophies of like the people he killed.
But I feel like if it's like displayed on a wall like that, it's definitely something of honor.
Roll for your check?
I haven't done a check yet.
Are you going to do a history check?
Wait, yes, I did do a check. I 17. Sorry.
Okay, so you notice something interesting. Although you can't tell the specific race, I mentioned like they're more human-ish than they are tieflings or dragonborns or little people, dwarves, half-orcs, that kind of stuff. You notice that the armies coming down from the castle on the mountain that are wearing the armor that you guys saw in the did I say that they were the ones coming down the mountain?
I'm not sure.
Well, that's what I meant. So the armor that you guys saw in that like gallery is very much like the armies that are coming down the mountain.
Oh yeah, we did.
And those are the ones that you were not sure. However, the armies coming from land to fight them, that are coming like up to fight the people coming down from the mountain, definitely look human and definitely aren't wearing armor like anything you've seen.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like the armor that you've seen displayed in the niches.
Okay, so then it's probably him defending his home.
But are we near a town right now? Like, is there no?
You guys are in the middle of nowhere, like
So there's
ass
no
nowhere.
like, there's nobody we can
You-
ask.
Well, it
like,
could have gone
no.
away. Like.
Well,
every
yeah,
time.
That's true.
Can we?
I say we open the doors.
Yeah. Can we try
Yeah.
and open the doors?
Sure.
yeah. Let's
I'll
do
go
that.
down the right.
Left or right?
I'll go down the right.
Okay.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, let's just watch her open it. Let's
Okay.
see what's down there.
So you pull on the ring, you open the door, and it reveals a big room. Not all that different from the layout of the other room. Except it is covered in bones. Just piles of bones. Here, Amanda, you can play and arrange these around the room. So if you set them up. Yeah. And then in the middle
Do you have more bones?
of the room is a column encrusted with skulls. They're not bleeding skulls though. Yeah, but spread them out more. Yeah, spread those piles of
Give more
bones around the
bones.
room.
Are you even a
I don't know, how many bones do you have? How many are on there? Count them.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Okay.
Give us more.
Is that correct? And is that like real to life as well? There's like
Yep.
10
Yep.
skulls.
All right, I'm gonna do
Things.
a check to see what species it is.
Good, do that.
18. Yeah, 18.
Medicine check.
20.
Okay. You're like, wow, these are definitely humanoid bones, like bone structure, shoulders, femurs, all tibula. I don't know about bones, but they're big. Like they're bigger, not giant, but big. Like you would say that like the skulls in these piles are like double the size of like a human skull.
So they're not human.
And like you hold up like the leg bones and you're like looking, I mean, you did a pretty good roll. You're like, wow, whatever these were, they're big people, like 8 feet tall big.
Okay, could that be like ancient elves? Like are high elves like bigger
Can
than
I-
other elves?
Can I see?
The size and bone structure doesn't look like elvish.
Why would they be elves if they're huge?
I
No,
thought
she's
elves
saying
were,
like if there were
tall.
like another breed of elves that were ancient, like that were huge.
Got it.
I'm gonna roll to see how old they are.
I want
You're
to know.
like, these are old.
I want to have the idea that there's, because I'm weird, I want to think that one of the bones possibly fits in that.
Oh, so you're gonna look around for
A really small triangle.
shape
Yeah, what would I
Yeah.
do for that?
investigation. Anybody can do that. That's a good idea.
Can I inspect the skull?
I got 17.
Yes.
16.
You thoroughly search
15.
the piles of bones, looking through. It takes a few minutes, all of you guys kind of going around. What'd you have?
3.
16.
So 16,
17.
17, 15. Oh, you're
I'm
inspecting
doing
the
the
column.
column.
Okay, so you guys are all searching the piles of bones. After like 2 or 3 minutes, you don't really find anything that you think would be intentionally like
Not
that
even
shape.
something we could like put together.
Do we find like remnants of clothing or metal that would have been
Yes.
on their bodies?
There's scattered like. So remember in the museum kind of display how like the armor was in really good shape and it was like
Yeah.
nicely kept. This just looks like people like threw things in there. Like there's old rusty swords and like pieces of armor and shields and
Does-
spears.
Does the armor look like anything from the mural?
No. It
Boys,
doesn't.
I'm
It's
getting-
it's a lot more primitive. It's not like nice suits of armor. It's like pieces of things and like
I'm getting like almost Holocaust vibes, like where they just put the dead
Like
bodies.
genocide?
No, like dead bodies of like the
Those
war.
didn't
This is
exist
where
in
they
this world.
stuffed them in.
so
Oh, okay, like museum.
You were looking
Yeah.
at the skull column. You notice that you go through the skulls. The skulls on the column are the same size as these piles, but they look like they were intentionally like
Put together. Like,
mortared into the stone column to like sit on top
why
of
would they
each
do
other
that and then
in a
just throw
decorative
the
fashion.
bones?
And what you also notice is that as you're looking through, there's one of them that has 2 crystals, 2 amethyst, like purplish crystals in the eye sockets.
Oh,
Can we
Put them
take them?
together? Would they make a triangle?
No.
Can
oh,
we
can
take them?
we steal them? Yeah.
Yeah, do they?
I take.
Well, how do you get them out? They're like glued in.
Okay,
I have a
old
small
glue.
knife and thieves' tools.
Okay. So you're just gonna pry them out?
And if
Alright.
if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna break the skulls with my hands.
Okay. So you
Wait,
pry
wait,
them
put the
out.
booby trap, guys.
Make a
It's not
dex
gonna
check.
be-
What'd you say?
Booby trap. But it gotta be, you can't
Got
just break
20.
stuff.
I got 20. Don't give him ideas. I got
Okay.
20.
So you pry them out, and then the door swings closed behind you.
Oh, great.
Done it.
Thank you. But they're out, though, is the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
You're holding amethysts in your hands, and they are
wonderful. I don't know how much they're worth, but they're worth a lot. So that door's closed.
Bones like come alive or something.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
I'm gonna buy
I've got a classy sword. We grab weapons.
Your
We
own
already have
weapons.
weapons.
I'm gonna.
Welcome to the party, girls.
Oh no 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 no!
Jesus Christ.
No.
Tetra, just in time. The dead are awake, and they're here to eat you.
Oh my god!
They're here to eat you.
Hey, Crops.
Hat on.
I'm so
Put your wig
scared.
on.
I don't even have enough room on this board.
It goes on the hat stand. Okay, they are too close to me.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I snag one of their long arm bones and I start. I snag one of their long arm bones and I start quickly
Okay.
carving a knife.
Now, this is our first combat. So, let me explain this to you. There's an order to combat. You roll initiative, and then you go in the order of the initiative, and every person gets an action, like usually some kind of attack thing, and then you get a movement and a bonus action.
That's a lot of things.
There's a cooking.
I'll walk you through it.
What
It's
is
pretty
it?
easy.
So how do you roll initiative?
Before we even need to roll initiative, though, because skeletons are slow, you guys all get a free attack.
Okay, first I'm gonna pull out my longsword and where am I?
So
You're
I
surrounded.
have, I have,
Okay, but I
You're
wanna
right
know-
there. in
I
the
have
back.
dual attacks where I use my big
Oh,
weapon and then
in
my
the
little
back.
weapon. Does one free
Farther
attack
away from
include
me.
both?
Directly, I'm aiming
Right
at you.
here.
Yes, that's
Okay,
you.
so you see this guy?
Yeah.
I wanna at his legs and then spin around and hit the other one,
Okay.
like in a circle.
Yeah. So you get 2 attacks. Go ahead and roll your first attack.
7.
Okay, that's a miss. Roll the second attack. It's also a miss. Okay, Sina.
So we each naturally get 2 attacks.
You each. No. She does because she's a fighter.
Okay.
I get
You
get
get
two
two.
weapons, right?
I have
Yeah,
extra
you have
attack.
like a bunch of attacks.
Oh.
17.
That's a hit. Roll your damage. So you're attacking with what?
I don't.
Look, you're in the middle.
I don't really.
Beth, point to the
know-
weapons.
I don't really know what my things are though.
Rapier?
Dagger.
Short bow, do the rapier.
Okay, so the rapier. So you're gonna roll 1d8. Show her the d8, Beth. It's the one that says 4 right in front of you. Yeah, that's the d8. Roll that and add whatever it says to add to it after rapier.
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, this is 5d.
You're like, and you get to roll extra things. You get to roll 3d6 because this is your assassinate round. You get the first attack for free. So roll 3 of those and add that to your 9.
Oh.
Math. This is why I'm so good at basic
These?
math. Because it's nice.
Fun fact, I can't do long
10,
division.
15.
Wow. So 15 plus 9 is 24.
So they're dead.
You poke through the skull of one of these giant things and it drops. Where are you?
Wait,
No, it's got to be near her mini.
that's her, right?
No,
Oh, that's me.
she's the pirate-looking girl with the purple shirt. Yeah.
Okay, then this
So
one.
kill that one.
This
I'll
one?
put it by you so we can keep a body
Does she
count.
do 2 or 1?
She
No, she
killed one.
misses. She missed.
All right. I'll come back around to you. What are you gonna do? Smash? Kill?
Yeah,
Destroy?
I'm gonna use my Morningstar and Whip.
Yep. Morningstar. Roll your Morningstar attack. This is your free attack, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
So I do this first, right?
Uh-huh. And add whatever it says the plus is.
So natural 20.
Good lord. All right, what's the plus thing?
8.
Keep all of your dice out of the bag.
8
Yeah.
plus 8.
Plus 8?
Yeah.
Or is it 1d8 plus something?
Well, attack bonus is plus 8. Damage type is 1d8 plus 5.
All right, so roll 1d8 plus 5. It's the one that says 4 on top right now. Yes. It's 1d8. So
7
7 plus
plus
5
5
is 12. Now, because you rolled a nat 20, put it down. When you roll a natural 20 in combat, that's called a critical hit. It means you double your damage. So instead of rolling that twice, like d8 twice, we use the Bill Allen damage alternative scoring system.
Okay.
Which means you max out the first damage die. So you would have an 8 plus 7 is
8.
15.
Plus 7. 15.
Plus the, what's the plus 5 you said for damage?
Yeah.
20 damage. So you're like, ha! And one of them drops. take it. Bones just crackle everywhere.
Okay, and then I have to use my whip.
You wanted to use your whip?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna whip? Like,
Grab his head.
you can whip, you can reach the one that's currently between you and Abby
I wanna whip it right in its like spine that's visible, so I rip it in half.
and pull it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your whip attack.
Kind of fun.
Whip it.
Whip it real good.
Do, 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 do.
16.
That's a hit. Roll your whip damage.
So
It's
D4.
a D4. That's the pyramid one. And
Plus
add in your
five.
damage
gonna do like
bonus.
0.
So 6.
6.
No, I got
Okay,
Yeah.
now make a strength check. Roll your strength. Or roll a d20 and add in your strength bonus. So that's 22. It's going to make its roll and it fails. So you have now ensnared it with your whip and you can pull it. Okay. Whoa, what do you do?
Okay, so do I naturally have extra attack?
Yes.
So that's
So
how
you
many?
get 2 attacks.
Okay. First one, flurry of blows.
Oh, okay, flurry away.
Please. Can I get the energy from the room, please? Just like
Wait,
support.
which one you're attacking? Hold on.
Wait, is it the one I just pulled?
No.
Okay.
So that, okay.
Get him, Melissa. Get him, bro. You got this.
Okay, well.
Albert.
Oh,
Okay, first attack is
That's a
13 total, so you miss. Next attack. That attack misses.
Is that a 1?
Roll your next attack.
7.
Oh,
Melissa did.
Come on, Melissa.
I've been rolling not baddies today.
Whoa.
That was an accident.
That's a hit.
That was
17's a hit.
17.
So roll your 1d6 and add in 4. Okay, so you're like, and your last punch like crunches through some rib bones.
Yes.
But does not kill it. All right, you're up. You were also surrounded by giant skeletons.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know your longbow would be not as useful.
Yeah, so I'm gonna use a dagger.
Or
Can I do spells?
I'm going to remind you about the power of Shillelagh. Shillelagh is that spell where you can say
yeah.
Shillelagh, and it turns
Shillelagh.
your staff into a magical +1 staff of pain and suffering.
I am doing that.
So Shillelagh is your bonus action. So that's like activating it. Your walking staff glows green, and it's imbued with the power of nature. And then you smash a skeleton with it. So roll your Shillelagh. So 3 plus 8 is 11. That misses.
Oh no. I'm gonna die.
No, it's,
Wait,
it's not-
why did she miss with an 11 but she made it with a 10?
You're the first
I
one.
had +7 for dexterity.
Oh,
okay. All right, so now we roll initiative, Grills. So initiative is our d20, and we add in the initiative bonus at the top of your sheet. So tell me your total
Where's
roll.
the initiative bonus? Oh, okay.
22.
7.
Okay, remember your numbers. I'll call them off in a second.
That, nope.
So it's
No cheating.
Okay, well,
2.
please.
What'd you roll
2.
The first time or the second time?
the first time?
2. But then +9 is.
TV.
Oh,
Yeah,
11.
you're still pretty good.
So wait, I add what to this
Mine,
number?
what's your initiative?
2.
Your
Mine is
initiative.
9.
My initiative.
It's at the top, by
What?
to the left. To your
Oh.
left. No, to my left.
Okay, 19.
The chaos. All the like adrenaline came into my body when
so
I
what
saw
I'm gonna do,
skeleton.
who had the highest number?
I had the 22.
Okay, yeah. By far the highest. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17.
7.
Oh, 7, right? 16.
I had 19.
Okay, so when I call your thing,
I thought
should
you were.
tell me.
You looked at my eyes when you said that, so I thought you meant that you had heard me.
18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 14, 13, 12, 11. See, even though you rolled poor with, that's funny.
I
And then you had
know,
a
but I would
7
have
die.
gotten like a 20 if I
You
had the
did.
second roll.
Okay, Amanda, as the winner of initiative, and the fact that these skeletons have not yet attacked you guys, you still have the power of your assassinations. So you may attack with advantage. That means you roll 2 d20s and you take the higher of the two. And you invoke much pain and suffering.
Sweaty balls.
She
They're-
got
wait,
6s
they're
on both
both-
of them. Or 9s
No,
on
this
both
is
of
the-
them.
yeah, 9.
They're both 9.
9,
Okay.
10, 12, right? Because plus initiative, right?
No,
Or no?
plus your attack bonus on your rapier. So there's,
Oh,
So 6.
15.
yep, that hits. So now you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna roll your d8 and 3d6, and then add in whatever the damage bonus is. So pick out your d8,
This one, right?
yep,
Yeah, and then.
and the 3 6-siders. Roll all of that, add it up, and then add your damage bonus to it.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, oh, I just moved that. Okay. What is that? 6, 7, 8, 9. 14.
14 plus,
Plus, so 20?
and then conduct your follow-up attack with your dagger. Go ahead.
Again? I do the same
Yeah.
thing again?
Roll your d20.
Oh.
Now this one, you only
Two?
get one.
1?
Yeah,
18.
that's a hit. Now roll your d4. That's the pyramid-shaped one.
This one? Yeah.
And then add in your dexterity bonus.
Wait. is it-
4. What's your dexterity?
Um.
On the left column, second from the top.
Wait, what did I? So
What?
7.
Okay, so you're like stab, stab, and then it dies. So take that other one that's in front of you off the board.
Oh.
The skeleton.
This one?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, up next is Reagan.
What does AC
Wait, what
mean?
does that mean?
That's your armor class.
Okay. Am I close to anybody right now? Like, did Melissa leave me?
You
We're all
are
in that
right
room.
next to, yeah, you're actually right between, or there's a skeleton right between you and Abby, which means you can actually roll with advantage to attack it.
Okay, but I have bark skin and I want to give somebody, like, better, like, armor class, just so they don't get hurt, just because I can.
How sweet.
Do you know who needs a better armor class, and do you know what bark skin grants them?
It grants them, their AC can't be less than 16, regardless of what armor they're wearing.
Who has the worst AC?
What is
I'm good. I have
That's you.
17.
Mine's 18.
Mine's 15.
Mine's 17.
Mine's 14.
She doesn't even have one.
I think you need it.
I don't think I can to myself.
She doesn't even
Give me
have
that
one.
cure. You might need to put it on yourself.
I think
Hand me
you.
your whole thing.
It not be there.
Can I even?
Yeah.
Like, give it to myself?
Yeah.
It says you touch a willing creature.
Beth.
Touch yourself.
Say that again.
Don't say like that. Y'all are.
Look at this.
I see it. You see? I see it.
Is Berto still here? Where's Berto?
So you have the lowest armor class. I'm not sure how that's even possible. But anyway,
It's because my thing is literally studded leather armor.
plus your dex bonus. Oh, it's because you don't have a good dex. That's why.
My dex is +5.
No, it's not. Your strength is +5.
My strength is +8.
What? All right, just attack. Swing your morning star and kill a bone.
I can't give anybody.
No,
Okay.
nobody wants your spell right now.
I
Save
want-
your spells.
I
Trust
don't
me.
want goddamn spells.
Trust me.
Sorshe.
It's a
we
good
can
idea,
spell
but
them?
now you should save your spells and kill something.
Okay, I have one in a whip.
Yes, you get to attack it with advantage. So roll 2 of the d20s and take the higher of the 2.
I did it before, but it was
19 or 18.
That's a
19.
hit. Either one.
Boys.
Now roll your 1d8 and add in your strength, your damage. So look at your morning star. And what does it say? 1d8 plus what? 5?
Isn't that Lucifer's name?
Whenever you say
Lucifer
Morningstar,
Morning.
I
That's
think
his last name.
of
Okay,
the
it's his
Sagittarian
name,
brand.
though.
8.
Plus, Shea, 8.
So you smash. Now roll your second attack, also with advantage.
5.
5. What's your plus with your morning star?
Plus attack bonus or
Yeah, attack bonus.
8.
You missed. All right. Next up is Abby.
Yes.
You're up.
Can I do Shillelagh again?
Shalaka. Go.
Um,
Now, you also, depending on who you attack, If you attack the skeleton between you and Sorshe, you get advantage, which
gonna
means
do
you get
that.
to do that.
I'm gonna do that.
Yes. So roll 2d20s and take the higher of
And
the
it
two.
already has the damage I inflicted on it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a better
This is
idea.
totally not Vegas.
16.
You hit. Now you're going to roll damage. So roll your that and add in your +5 for your wisdom bonus.
6.
Okay, that's still good.
Okay.
All right. You crack it from the other side.
Good job.
Okay, now we go to Melissa.
Meow.
Melissa.
I have
you-
it says advantage on attack automatically. And then- do you want to take it off? Advantage on attack. If you pull.
That's
right.
only if you use shadow stuff. You don't use that now.
Okay.
Save that.
Oh.
All right, attack. Roll. Now you have the advantage as well because you are flanking the skeleton between you and Mantra. So attack.
Okay, do I have to pick one between flurry? Can I use stunning strike?
Save.
Okay.
Just roll 2d20s.
I need
roll,
another.
roll that
I
twice.
don't have.
Just roll it twice. So the first one's a 7. The second one is a.
That's a magic die. Just roll it.
So you totally hit.
Yeah.
All right. Roll your 1d6 +4 for damage.
It's a lot of words.
Oh my
God,
god.
where did it go?
This one.
Oh. 1d6 plus.
So add 4 to that. Okay, so that's a 5. Now roll to attack again.
God, I should have used Reagan's.
You get to roll it twice.
Oh. Give me yours. Bruh.
You have a +7 to hit. That's
Oh,
a
right.
16. You hit.
Okay.
Roll another
What is
d6
this one?
+4.
8.
Okay, and then your last one with advantage. Roll it again. You roll twice. You take the highest of the two.
Just roll it.
I'm nervous.
Roll it again because if you get a natural 20, that's all right. So that's a hit. Roll your d6 and add your damage. Shazam! You're like you're like punch, elbow smash, and you literally knock its
Yes.
skeleton head
Yes.
off.
I want
Right, take
his
the one out of the
cheekbones.
corner.
Drink out of the skeleton.
Now,
I want his
Mantra.
cheekbones gone.
Your turn.
Shattered.
Monty Ra. If you attack the one between you and Whoa, you can have advantage on it.
I want that one.
Okay, attack. So roll 2d20s and take the higher of the two. That's awesome, you miss. Now, you get your second attack, which is also at advantage. Roll 2d20s and take the higher of the two.
19.
That's a hit. Roll your swordish damage, which is 1d8 plus something, I can't see.
8?
Plus what?
7. Oh wait, no, 6. 6.
14. You're like,
And then the skull is like,
and you hit it so hard, and you totally lost your wig. Now, Vixens, these skeletons attack you. Shh. The skeleton between you guys will attack. What's your armor class? Miss.
14.
The skeleton in the corner will attack just you, Shillelagh. Oh, and it's a hit. It's a hit. You're going to take 7 damage. The first one to bleed. All right, so just what's your total hit points right now?
48, so
Okay,
41.
so yeah. All right, and then that one that hasn't been hit yet is going to attack Mantra because she seems tough. So that's an 18. That's a hit. You, Mantra, are going to take 4. And then the last one is going to attack you, Karate Girl. Whoa.
I have deflect missiles.
It's not shooting missiles, although it cannot hit your... It does not hit your massive armor class. Okay, top of the order, second round. Amanda, you were up first, and you can move up to that one in the corner next to Abby and attack it, or you can move up to the one between you and Beth and attack
Is
it.
Beth okay? Does she need help? 'Cause
She seems fine.
Okay.
I mean, I got hit.
But you do notice that Tetra just got like stabbed by one of
Wait,
the.
I hit him. Is he down?
No,
What?
You hit him, but you didn't knock him. He's not gone.
You didn't KO him.
Yeah.
You gotta KO him.
Finish.
so you flank the one between Tetra and you.
Yeah, no,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that one.
Go ahead and attack. So you get
So,
you have
it's
advantage
two.
because you're flanking them.
So,
Miss. All right, you get your second. You want to try to stab it with the dagger?
yeah, I
Okay,
guess
fine.
so. Okay, so to say just one or two? One? Okay. 19.
Yes, that's a hit. Roll a pyramid.
Don't.
Roll the pyramid.
3.
All right, you're like, "Heh," and you stab some bones chip off of it. All right, then you, Reagan. You could probably kill this one if you hit.
Do I
If
still
your
have
strike
advantage
is
on
true.
it? It was between me and Will.
You do.
Or it's not between me and
It's
Will.
between you and Tetra. So you have advantage on it.
18.
That's clearly the one you want to go with. Roll your dommage.
My damage is the
Is the D8. No.
The D8.
Yes.
8
Plus.
plus 8. No, plus 5.
You're like, ha! Just bones. Just bone dust scatters all over.
Just bone.
Just
Straight
kill it.
bone.
All right, then Abby.
Wait, I still have my
You can-
second attack.
You're like, ha! ha. It's
At
just
the
bones.
bone dust.
Wait, can't I attack the ones that are
You
attacking
can.
Will?
You can actually move up to that one.
Because I have a
Because it's
whip.
within us. Yes.
Because I'm gonna use my whip.
You could just use your Morningstar.
I could?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
Right?
Do I have advantage because between me and Will?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
19.
it's like
Yes,
multiple
brother.
advantages.
Yes, brother.
Alright, 19.
Okay, roll that damage.
5 plus 5 is 10.
5 is 10. It's finally dropped.
So it dies?
Yes. That leaves one that is yet unwounded, and then the one that's between you. So you now have advantage with your shillelagh to attack the one that's between you and Sina. So take the higher of the two rolls.
6.
6 is the highest? Alright, you're like,
Wait, It's a
shillelagh!
9, never mind, it's a 9. Unless I
9
accidentally
plus-
moved it.
Well, that might hit. 9 plus 5
5.
and 3 is 8. Yeah, that does hit. So you shillelagh. So you swing your big old quarterstaff of shillelagh, and you're going to add your plus 5 to the bonus. 8. Not dead. But still, a very strong hit, like a chunk of bones splits off.
Okay.
All right, now you, Woe.
Yes, sir.
Woe is you.
What was me?
Do you run up to that other one that's in front of Mantra?
Who's the one that's closest to attacking one of the girls, one of the gals?
That one's going to attack
Okay.
Mantra.
Then I got you.
So move up and attack it. So you move up 10 feet and you don't have, however, I will say
Just
this,
use my
because of
dice.
its position, you don't have advantage. So you just get to roll one attack, one die per attack. Yeah. That's a hit. Roll your damage, 1d6 plus 4.
6.
6, okay? Roll your second attack. First punch is good, second punch is 7 plus 7, 14, miss. Third attack. Hit, roll damage.
6.
And crushed.
Yeah, baby. Thank you.
And now we get to Beth.
Okay.
You can move. How many squares is it to that one in the corner? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2.
Like, yeah,
Yep. So you can easily move up there and attack, and you get advantage because this sucker is
I
flanked.
had, is he so he's fine?
Yeah.
There's no point in casting.
So you get advantage.
Ooh,
A
the
natch.
spin on that.
You got a 1 and
All right,
20.
roll your D8. So that is 4 plus the automatic 8 for the crit. That's 12 plus your damage,
Plus
17. So you run up and you're like, and just bones scatter all over.
Versus
So
my-
basically twice, bones were just scattered. So you're just covered in bone
That's
dust
not your
right now.
D20.
Nice.
I think I'm boosted.
Yes. All right. So the last of the skeletons, remove that from the board. The last of the skeletons has been killed, and you guys find yourself in this room, covered in bones and bone dust, and the door is closed.
Okay.
And we'll find out what happens on the next episode of DD Christmas presents the Vixens. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video and spread the word and blah 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 blah.
Click the bell to get the notification.
Yeah.
Guys, click the bell. Get the notification.
Click the bell.